youngest Miss World South Africa winner, and she's passionate about combating injustice, including gender-based violence and, of course, human trafficking. Janssen van Rensburg was crowned Miss World South Africa at a glittering ceremony that was held at Sun City in the Northwest Province this past weekend. And she joins us now in studio to talk more about a purpose. Thank you so much for coming through, and congratulations.
Thank you so much for having me, and a very good morning to you.
So let's take it back to the moment when your name was announced. How did that feel?
It was such a fulfilling moment. In that exact minute, and you have done everything in your power. So the rush of emotions, a rush of energy, and it was an immediate responsibility placed on my shoulders. I know that this is not just a symbol of achievement, but it's a symbol of community and hope, and that is exactly that that's exactly what I want to be for our community. I know I have the qualities to restore hope and peace within society, and through this accolade, I know I'll be able to achieve that. So I'm going to work as hard as I possibly can. I'm very ambitious and very determined, and I think through that we'll be able to achieve great success.
And I want to know more about Zweli's.
Yes.
And, this very exotic, beautiful name that fits you so perfectly, because I don't suppose I would know why, but perhaps because it's the first time that I've heard this name, but when I look at you, I see Zweli's. So let's talk about, who you are, your name, where you come from, and, just getting South Africa to know you better.
Absolutely. So my name has no true origin, but I always like to define it through my own definition. I would say that the name Zweli's embodies resilience and strength. It's very unique, and I think that's exactly who I am. I'm someone that likes to stick out from a crowd. I like to think outside of the box. I'm very innovative and creative, so I think that is a true testament to my name and the exoticness of it. But I am an 18-year-old youth development advocate from Gauteng. I discovered my love for philanthropy work at the young age of 14, and I use social media as my tool to create a safe space for children. I understand the lack of audibility and visibility for young people in not only South Africa but the world, because I have experienced it firsthand. We have so much to don't get provided the podium to be loud about the causes close to our hearts. So I have created and initiated a space for children to really believe in themselves and build up a strong mental fortitude. So that has been my passion for the past 4 years, and I'm continuously building on it each and every single day. We have 2 new branch-out projects. One, to briefly mention, is the Storks of Hope initiative, which we focus on going around all 9 provinces in South Africa to restore and repair safe havens, because I believe that the foundation of a quality life is built on love, kindness, and over and above all, humanity. So as a humanitarian, it has become my greatest responsibility to be the beacon of hope for the youth of South Africa.
And at 14, what was it that drew you, to become more involved in your own immediate needs, to want to help others?
Absolutely. So I've always felt power in unity. I've always been someone that isn't afraid to ask for help, and from that age it really instilled the beauty of asking for help and connecting community. So I think when that quality was instilled in me and I endured my own personal experience that pushed me to start up my passion project, it was just a match made, because the love for community and the love for people really made such a strong combination, and I think that fueled the passion to be so incredibly hardworking towards my passion project for people.
So Zweli's at 18, going on to the world stage, and looking at what South Africa have you, that is, somewhat reticent about what's to be expected. Are you worried that, others, just from a perspective of having more life experience, may be in a better position than yourself going into this pageant?
I think in 2023, I contested for Miss World South Africa, and I finished as the first runner-up. But before I even achieved that position, I was competing against a caliber of women which had degrees of lawyers and doctors and various entrepreneurs. So when I entered, I really had a sense of pressure on me, because understanding that I didn't have any higher education to back me up. But through that experience, it made me realize that you don't need those sorts of things. You don't need, so to say, more life experience, a degree to have an impact on the world. So I don't feel a sense of fear or worry, because I know I am just as powerful into any room that I walk in comparison to any other person who might be older than me, who might have more life experience, because I know I have something to bring to the table. I'm a visionary leader, and I think I bring a young perspective, and I think that is what will set me apart.
And I love that self-belief, that confidence, and it's something that radiates, from your core. But you are, of course, still 18 years old. You matriculated last year. So what is the plan for Zwalise? Obviously going into Miss World next year February.
Correct.
So, but along with that, obviously, if you do become Miss World, that means different trajectory. But talk to us about your plans for Zwalise.
Absolutely. So, as I mentioned, my morals and values have always aligned with Miss World from a personal perspective as well. I'm very passionate about people. I'm very much a people's person. So I would like to head into position of maybe heading into diplomacy, where I can actually take a stance and have impact in what I have to say. I believe I'm a leader that takes both perspectives into account, the perspective of a follower, but also step into the perspective of a leader and inclusive decisions. And I think that is a country leader that we need. So for Zwalise's plan, I would love to head into those studies, be able to complete them, and hopefully accumulate the 4th Blue Crown so that I can have further associates alongside the Miss World platform.
The 4th Blue Crown, and she is obviously going to bring it back home. Have complete faith in her. Zwalise Jansen from Rensburg, thank you.